Hello, hello. It's like Monday afternoon lunch break vibes, I guess. I might be slightly over caffeinated, so I'm trying to downplay this, but I got these like Neuro mints, which taste like trash, by the way, because of how minty it is. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I'm not trying to promote this. Um, but also I'm extremely caffeinated while having my second coffee of the day. And the Neuromints also have 100 mg of natural caffeine. I don't know how this works. I used to have the gum 2 years ago and I thought it was nice. So vibes, let's try it. I've also been struggling with being focused at one thing. I keep diverting, which is also where my little journal comes slightly handy. Uh, First things first. Hi. Reminder that we are doing The Artist's Way, and this is me completing week 2. Realistically, I don't think I actually completed week 2, um, but we'll go over everything. Out of the 7 days of morning pages, I did morning pages 4 days, 3 to be exact, because today I did it right before this video. But I'm going to read out some of the parts of chapter 2 that really stuck with me and that might stick with you. And also, this one activity in this chapter that even if you're not doing the book, I think you should do it once because I think it'll open up paths or parts in your life that you will be like, oh shit, I should have, or I should look into this. Um, First, I'm going to go about reading like parts that I think were um, essential to know, like chapter summary, I guess, but not chapter summary, just little lines that capture the essence of the chapter. Um, Just as a recovering alcoholic must avoid the first drink, the recovering artist must avoid taking the first think. Early in our creative recovery, self doubt can lure us into self sabotage. Your artist, like a small child, is happiest when feeling a sense of security. Toxic playmates can capsize our artist's growth. Do not accept, do not expect your blocked friends to applaud your recovery. Blocked friends may find your recovery disturbing. Be alert to subtle sabotage from your friends. It is very important to understand that the time given to morning pages is time between you and God. For me, it's me and the universe, or me and my um, inner self. Be very careful to safeguard your newly recovering artist. Do not let friends squander your time. A related thing creatives do to avoid being creative is to involve themselves with crazy makers. Crazy makers is a long little experiment, or like not experiment, but a long little paragraph, not a few pages that the Artist's Way author has written, which made me feel like maybe I'm the crazy maker in my own life. More to uncover there. But crazy makers are basically storm centers. They take away time from yourself, from you. Um, I can think of crazy makers in my life, but I feel like I'm the biggest crazy maker in my own life. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. So that's how I'm going to move on with life. Crazy makers expect special treatment. I expect special treatment from myself and also from others for myself. How do I get this monster out of my house? Which is me with my inner thoughts. Crazy makers triangulate those they deal with. Crazy makers hate schedules. I hate schedules. I can get really bothersome with schedules. Like, I really want my schedule to work out, but also at the same time, I hate the idea of waking up and having a set schedule. Like, I want to do my little morning vibes. Like, I have a list of things I want to get done, but it doesn't have to happen at the same time, but it also has to happen. It is a slow morning kind of schedule, I guess. Crazy makers hate order. Chaos serves their purpose. Crazy makers deny that they are crazy makers. Maybe I am not a crazy maker then. Skepticism. Inner work triggering outer change, God bothering to help my own creative recovery, synchronicity supporting my artist with serendipitous coincidences. Slam, slam, slam. Setting skepticism aside, even briefly, can make very interesting explorations. It is more about an exercise in open mindedness, which I think is true. That eh, a skeptic um, nature to being an artist is not the best way to be an artist. I don't think I'm putting half my words correctly today, but it's fine. Um, the truth is that a creative life involves great swathes of attention. Attention is a way to connect and survive. The next few parts were some of my favorite that made me rethink a lot about my life. Um, Life through grandma's eyes was a series of small miracles. So, what this will eventually talk about is how attention is some of the most important aspects that you can give to yourself or to life around you to be the best creative self or best artist or just an artist, best version of yourself, however you want to put it. Survival lies in sanity, and sanity lies in paying attention. Dad's cough is getting worse. We have lost the house. There is no money and no work, but the tiger lilies are blooming. The lizard has found that spot of sun. The roses are holding despite the heat. That was my favorite line in this book, in this chapter so far, because it made me realize that even though there's so much shit going on in my life, I will always find the nicest things in my life only if I pay attention. And paying attention to the positives will only make me see more of the positives as compared to me seeing only negatives, which will take away a lot of that negativity from me. My grandma knew what a painful life had taught her. Success or failure, the truth of a life really has to do with its quality. The quality of life is in proportion always to the capacity for delight. The capacity for delight is the gift of paying attention. I learned this the way I have learned most things quite by accident, which also I think I have by absorbing from other people, but also by accident. Writing about attention, I see that I have written a good deal about pain. This is no coincidence. It may be different for others, but pain is what it took to teach me to pay attention. In times of pain, when the future is too terrifying to contemplate and the past is too painful to remember, I have learned to pay attention to right now. The precise moment I was The precise moment I was in was always the only space. See, the precise moment I was in was always the only safe space for me. Every moment taken alone, right? What am I reading? The precise moment I was in was always the only safe place for me. Each moment taken alone was always bearable. In the exact now, we are all always all right. Yesterday, the marriage may have ended. Tomorrow, the cat may die. The phone call from the lover for all my waiting may not ever come. But just as the moment, just now, that's all right. I am breathing in and out. Realizing this, I began to notice that each moment was not without its beauty. I think this is a great chapter to feel slow, to recognize that there's so much more to life than to go fast, 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 fast. I also started sitting back every day for like 5 minutes and being like, oh shit, I'm kind of grateful for the life I have. Maybe I also sometimes think about how I'm not giving my 100%, but also I am because I'm trying to do it in all different directions, um, which may look like 20% in all directions, but 100% in its entirety. So we're going to go through tasks. Affirmative reading. Every day, morning and night, get quiet and focused and read the basic principles for yourself. I don't know. I didn't do it every day, morning and night. I did it often enough, but not morning every day and night. Where does your time go? List 5 major activities this week. Um, it goes into scrolling on social media. I had become better with this because I made a friend put a passcode on my phone. That's also something I'm going to do today because I'm meeting a friend at 5 p.m. and I'm going to make her put a passcode on my phone. List 20 things you enjoy doing. After 18, I think it got hard. I enjoy doing a lot of things, but then I had to think for 5 minutes that what else do I like? From the list above, write down two favorite things that you avoided that could be this week's goals. Um, I did not do it for week 2 because I tend to do these activities at the end of the week. But let me read out to you what I will be doing for week 3 to do this. Editing and cafe hopping. I haven't gone cafe hopping in a while because I've been making my own cafe at home. That's a salted honey latte, by the way. It tastes damn good, man. It's like this local honey. I don't know what it's called, but this lady that gets local honey. Dip back into week 1 and read affirmations. Note which ones cause the most reaction. These 3 are my favorite affirmations, and I think I will always keep them. My dreams come from the universe, and the universe has the power to accomplish them. My creativity always leads me to love. As I listen to the creator within, I am led. Number 6, return to the list of imaginary lives from last week. I don't know if you saw my video last week, but I went over it. Let me tell you what I said last week. I said teacher, barista, artist slash creative person, chef, and astrologer. So this week, my top 5 are dancer, pilot, DJ, writer, and physicist. Let me tell you where all of this comes from. I've been dancing a lot because apparently to be a DJ, you need to feel the beats. And it's working in reverse because the more I play music and the more I try to DJ, which is very nonsensical DJing, uh, I tend to move my body a lot, which is great. I feel the music. Pilot, because I'm in Purdue. I'm around Purdue. My best friend's a pilot. I've gone on a lot of flights with him, and I want to someday be able to fly. Someday, when I have extra funds in my bank account, I will take those flight lessons. But for now, I'm just going to go on the flights with my best friend. DJ, because I've always wanted to learn how to mix music because I think it's a great space to be, especially because I've been listening to like these mixes on YouTube that make you feel a certain way, and they do make me feel a certain way, like house music when spiritual house music, or like more calm, um, energetic state of music. Like how different kinds of music, when played right, can make you feel a certain emotion. I want to get involved with that, as well as I want to start writing a little more. I feel like my skills in writing are not the best, but I like the idea of writing, and I like that I can put my thoughts on paper, which also make me feel like I'm more in control of my thoughts. Physicist. As soon as I did my little DJ class, see, I'm very afraid of physics. If you know me, you know that I hate physics. I've hated physics in school. My teachers hated the fact that I even took science in 11 and 12. And then, yikes, yikes, yikes. And then I got Richard Feynman's books, read all of the like not the 3 volume books, but all the other books. I have all of them right here in my little bookshelf. And I want to learn physics someday. My One of my goals in life before I die would be to uh, learn physics for the joy of learning physics. Uh, and also, when I did my DJ class this Saturday, I realized so much of it was physics. Like sure, it's the vibes and how I feel about the music, but it's also like, oh shit, you can't uh have the low frequency and the low frequency of 2 songs while mixing together on high. Like you'll have to lower one and you'll have to increase the other, and you'll have to do it gradually so that you don't blast the speakers and stuff like that. I know that's tech, but that's also physics, because you're playing with frequency. The beats per minute is what frequency. You're messing around with so much that's just physics. I think that's a great way to look into science and neuro science and psychology, basically. I need to learn more before I talk shit. Um, Activity 7 was my favorite activity, and I'm going to show you what it looks like right now because I want to see this again in 10 more weeks. Uh, this is more for myself, but this is also a video journal of sorts, I guess. Life pie. Draw a circle divided into 6 pieces of the pie. Label one piece spirituality, another exercise, another play, and so on with work, friends, and romance slash adventure. Place a dot in each slice at the degree to which you are fulfilled in that area. Outer rim indicates great, inner circle not so great. Connect the dots. This will show you where you are lopsided. As you begin the course, it is not uncommon for the life pie to look like a tarantula. I had to Google what that means, even though I studied some math, some very little math. Uh, as recovery progresses, your tarantula may become a mandala. Working with this tool, you will notice that there are areas of your life that feel impoverished and on which you spend little or no time. Use this time tidbits you are finding to alter this. If your spiritual life is minimal, even a 5-minute pit stop to the synagogue or cathedral can restore a sense of wonder. Many of us find that 5 minutes of drum music can put us in touch with our spiritual core. For others, it's a trip to the greenhouse. The point is that even the slightest attention to our impoverished areas can nurture them. I'm going to show you this. It's a little vulnerable, but here it is. That's my little life circle. Um, I feel I'm spiritually okay. Exercise, I'm doing better, but I can do a lot better. Play, I've been having a lot of fun lately, so I think my play is fine. Romance slash adventure is kind of low. Friends is okay. Work is great. I think I spend a lot of work enjoying work and doing work. Everything I do a lot better, but also I think my friends, romance, and exercise is kind of low, which is something I have to work on, or I want to work on. List 10 changes you'd like to change for yourself. Like, get new sheets so I have another set, go to China, paint my kitchen, dump my bitchy friend, do this. I would like to, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really go all out on this. I went with whatever came to my mind first. So, I would like to get myself a content mentor, learn how to run, get a massage, create established routines, understand the agentic workflows, eat at home more, create better, read more, use social media less, meet more people, which is all pretty average things that I keep saying that I will do and I have done, but also it's not to the intensity which I would like to do. I think noting these things down on paper make it more evident that I have to do it. So I guess it's a journey. Um, and then 9, select a small item and make it the goal for the rest of this week, which is for me week 3 because I usually do this at the end of the week. But eat 19 out of 21 meals at home. I eat 3 meals a day. Um, my snack is usually I'm trying to get a protein shake to do the job as a snack. Uh, but only 2 meals outside because I feel like I need to look after my health considering I've been going for hot yoga, sculpt, and the mat Pilates, and it's really taxing and it's painful. So I need to eat right to let it be not as painful. Uh, then I have one more thing, which is do the research work, which I have been not doing as much lately. Um, yeah, I've been writing a lot about my DJ research stuff that I've been doing about physics and DJing and also understanding music theory because I feel like I'm also slightly interested in music production, but also just like in a theoretical sense and not in a, oh, I want to make music uh to make music for a life, like for my income stream. Yeah, like I want to do it for the vibes. Easiest. Um yeah, that's my artist day week. Artists artists way week 2 uh progress on my research. Little space is there is barely any progress. I have finished 2 chapters in this week, but also I was feeling slightly in need of something light to read, so I've been reading. This is what I'm reading instead of doing my research. It's great. It's fine. Uh, I also ended up hanging out with my friends a lot more, meeting absolutely random people. For my little artist date this week, I sat and played a lot of music on the DJ app that I managed to buy for myself, which was a great time that I spent with myself. Over those 20-30 minutes, I spent at least 3-4 hours playing a lot of music. And little more updates would be what more updates do I have? I guess it'll come when it has to come. For now, that's all I have. See you next week. Same time ish with better morning pages. Tell me if you're doing the morning pages. Like I feel kind of left out on this because I feel like I'm not doing it enough. I'm not doing it well enough, I guess. See you. Bye.